Hello, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm sorry for all the technical delays. We had some problems this week along with some technical issues yesterday. Videos are posted now, obviously, you're watching them, and I'm going to post the Chapter 7 videos on Saturday, and we're going to be really quick with the remaining chapters. I'm trying to wrap up file management before we go to the break, and I think you guys will enjoy that. Meanwhile, today we're going to talk about loops. First off, a loop is a structure that allows repeated execution of a block of statements. It is one of the types of algorithms. It is the iteration algorithm. A loop body is a block of statements that's executed repeatedly. The loop itself is the structure. Every time the block of statements is run, we call that an iteration. So one execution of any loop is an iteration. There are three types of loops: while, for, and do while. And I'm going to show you some of that real quick here on screen. So that's actually the wrong file. Here are test loops. You may have seen this before, but I just want to show you guys this particular loop. In fact, I'm going to save this file in the right place. I'm going to save this as Unit 6 data files. Let me get there. Coding figures. Testloops.java, save. And now when I list my directory, you can see test loops. I'm going to java c testloops.java, and you can see that it has compiled. So we're going to run test loops, and I just want to show you guys a different kind of loop. This is the while loop function. My class is crazy. Do you want to print this again? Yes. My class is crazy. No. This is the for loop function. My class is crazy. Yes. Random letters. Hello. It only exits a loop if we type in something that is an N. That starts with an N. So not again. And it's going to exit loop. And this is a do while function. You can see it works exactly the same way. So a lot of things we can do with loops. We can do it with all kinds of loops. But this is a while loop, this is a for loop, and that's a do while loop. So you guys can see that there are those three kinds of loops. We can do similar things with each one. Let's discuss some of those differences. A while loop means the loop controlling Boolean is the first statement. So as you can see in my code, you can see on my while loop that the first statement here in the while loop is a loop controlling variable. I actually ask the question first, and then we control it with the variable, and that's the Boolean that the not equals in that determines whether or not we're going to continue to run this loop. In the for loop, as is mentioned, it is a concise format in which to execute loops. Effectively, you put your loop control variable, the control condition, and the iterator within the same line of code. And a do while loop is similar to a while loop, except the loop controlling Boolean expression is the last statement. So you'll have do, and that'll be at the very bottom of the loop. You'll have the while statement. So you can see that as well on this bottom loop. This do while shows do, and then while is at the bottom. The difference between while and do while is while checks the condition at the beginning of the loop, do checks it at the end. And what you'll notice is here. I asked this question the first time, here, and I also ask it here. So you can see I've asked it within the loop structure as well. I asked the question here, and asked the question here. But in a do while loop, it runs the first time, and then checks the condition. It's a post-check condition, so in do while, I only ask it one time. And you can see that distinction between these two loops. One's post-fix, one's prefix. Alright. Finally, let's talk about this the loop flowchart. And that's simply asking what the flowchart of a loop structure is. And effectively, there's a Boolean condition that controls a loop body that is checked again and again and again. The loop body continues to run until the Boolean expression is false. And we're going to see how that works with each of the loops we look at. At this time, let's step in and start doing loops